Hey, this is Ari, and in this little clip, you're going to hear from Seth Conger, who works with some of the top functional medicine doctors in the world on optimizing brain health and treating neurological disease. This is such an important topic. This is something near and dear to my heart, as I have some members of my extended family who are dealing with these kinds of issues, and it is profoundly disheartening to watch someone kind of lose their understanding of the world, lose their understanding of who their family members are and what they're doing here. And this is something that can, by and large, be prevented and can be treated quite effectively, particularly if you catch it relatively early on in the process before there's too much neurological destruction. So I strongly recommend checking out this little clip and checking out the full length episode by clicking the link below this video. Enjoy.
So with nutrition, we see that almost everything, all these chronic diseases start in the gut. And you wouldn't think that there's a gut-brain connection, but there absolutely is. And what we see in the gut is an incredible amount of gut dysbiosis when we're looking at individuals with cognitive decline. And when we see that their cognitive scores are outside of the average range, below average, usually we see triggers and biomarkers that are out of whack and out of balance as well in their gut. It could be everything from we're finding parasites in there to there's leaky gut markers. And with this, again, there is no specific one diet for every single person. Some people come to us and they choose to be vegetarians, and we find a way for them to make sure that they can thrive and get to those goals just as way as people who are, interested in eating meat are. So what we try to focus them around is eating clean, eating real live things, shopping around the perimeter of their grocery store, making sure that we're talking about the different dimensions of nutrition involving time, not just quality and quantity, but also when they're going to be eating and if they should be going on a fasting regimen and which would be the best for them. So it's again about that personalization. But first, it's really for most of the individuals who are experiencing cognitive decline, it's about a big education and a complete remapping of their mindset around what food is. Right? It's not something which just to grab and go and run and satiate our hunger, but rather it's something to actually fuel our energy, to fuel our cells, our mitochondria, to get us functioning well. And it is the main shifting mechanism that can change our health trajectory towards the future.
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. And if you want to listen to the full length podcast, the link for that is down in the description below. Also, one more thing before you go, I want to mention, in case you don't already know about it, our formula, Enogenesis. This is an amazing product that has multiple compounds in it that are scientifically proven in numerous studies to increase your energy levels, not just by 3% or 5% or 10%, but by 30 or 40 or 50% in a very, very short time frame. So one of these compounds that I'll mention here is called NT factor phospholipid, and it is an extract of phospholipids that comes from lecithin, and they extract the pure phospholipids from this, things like phosphatidylcholine, phosphatidylethanolamine, and many others. And these are the same fatty acid compounds, phospholipid compounds, that compose our cell membranes and mitochondrial membranes. And this specific patented formula has been shown actually to enter into the bloodstream undigested, basically without being broken down and denatured through the digestive process in the stomach and the intestines. It makes it into the bloodstream and actually makes it all the way to our cells and to our mitochondria, where it helps repair damaged mitochondrial membranes and facilitates our mitochondria functioning better. Now, all of that sounds like wonderful theory, and it sounds like it could be beneficial, but the real test is, has it actually been studied and been proven to increase your energy levels? And the answer is Yes, absolutely. There are numerous studies outlined in a wonderful paper by a scientist named Garth Nicholson, in a paper called Lipid Replacement Therapy. I highly recommend checking this out if you're interested in digging into the research. But this compound has been studied in the context of multiple different kinds of chronic fatigue. Aging-related chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue, obscure things like Gulf War illness, and numerous studies in chronic fatigue syndrome. And there are studies showing that this has the capability. They've taken one study, in fact, actually showed that in elderly adults over the age of 65, it restored their mitochondrial health, which had deteriorated heavily. It restored it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds, believe it or not. And they've actually measured energy levels in these people. And all of these studies across the board show improvements in energy of at least 25% and typically more like 35 to 45% in just the span of between 4 to 12 weeks. That's how long all of these studies are, 4 to 12 weeks. They're showing dramatic, huge improvements in energy levels by helping to repair these mitochondrial membranes through this thing called lipid replacement therapy, using, again, this patented form of a phospholipid extract called NT factor. This is just one of about 20 ingredients proven to benefit mitochondrial health that you'll find in my formula, Enogenesis. So I strongly encourage you, if you are struggling with your energy levels, if you're dealing with chronic fatigue, go grab yourself a bottle or 3 of this, or subscribe and save. Try it out. You are going to be blown away by the results. We get so many testimonials. We get so many emails from people talking about how this one thing has transformed their lives. So I cannot encourage you strongly enough to give this a shot. And let's say you buy 3 bottles, try out the first one, give it a month. And if you don't notice significant improvements, you can return the unopened bottles to us for a full refund. So give it a shot. I really think you're going to be blown away by the results. The formula is called Enogenesis, and you can get it at theenergyblueprint.com or click the link below. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you again very soon.